YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Naja Alexis, but you can call me Naj if you want.
Fuck me, then fuck you, and that's the way I like it. That's the way I like it. And that's the way I like it. That's the way I like it.
Hey y'all, so if you've seen the title and the thumbnail, then you know today we're going to be getting into a hair tutorial so I can show you guys how to do this super curly bouncy perm rod set. It came out so gorgeous. I absolutely love this hairstyle. It's one of my go-tos. It's so easy to do. So if you're interested, stay tuned and let me teach you how I do it. Okay, so you guys know the deal. We're going to start off with freshly washed hair, and I did wash my hair in sections this time. So I'm going to show you some of my favorite products to use, which is the Chi Iron Guard Heat Protectant Spray, and then the Aussie Miracle Moist Hydration Oil. This is the best oil, you guys, and it makes out for really smooth results. You want to go in with the oil first just to make sure your hair is moisturized, and then go in with the Iron Guard just to protect from the blow dryer. I am going to go in with my brush to detangle. I mean, it's already pretty detangled because I did already detangle and wash in sections. But then go on with my Dyson blow dryer and start at the roots and work my way down to the ends. And I'm just going to go ahead and do that throughout the rest of my head.
But I need that time when I see your point.
After the blow dry, I went in and parted my hair to some pretty big sections and went in with the Red by Kiss Titanium Styling Flat Iron. And the point of this process is really to smooth out the hair. I'm not trying to give myself a silk press by any means. It's not trying to get it like bone straight. I literally just want my hair to be smoother and just a little bit more stretched out so that the style will come out shinier and more stretched out. Make sure you get that kitchen and get your edges, and then this is pretty much how it should look after you've just smoothed it out with the flat iron. I can't lie to y'all, a few days had passed and I got distracted, so just a couple of days later, so my hair looks a little bit more puffy than it did in the original clip, but that's okay. The hairstyle still want to come out the same thing. I start off by dividing my hair into 5 sections, including section going down the back. I use the Mousse Stuff Texture Foam by The Do, and as you can see, I have those rods in the back already just because I like them going straight in the back of my head versus having a part right there because it just comes out better and more fluffy in the morning. So I'm going to show you guys how exactly I put the perm rod in. So I start off with like a pump of the Do Mousse, and then I start to braid or plait my hair down a part of the section of hair. I'm not going to braid it all the way down, but you'll see where I stop. And I will say, because this one is in the back and like down lower, I'm going to plait this one a little bit lower than the ones that I would do on the top, just so I can get more of that layered fluffy look. So I will braid it down to here. I do another pump or two of the mousse, and then I'm going to roll my perm rod up. So I make sure that the end is like tucked. I flat roll it before I start to twist, and then I twist all the way up. Twist, twist, twist. And I just want to make sure that the root is secure and taut to the perm rod. I just continue this process throughout my head until I get to those very front portions. And you want to remember to braid down a little bit less the farther up you go in your head. The less braid you have, the less like shrinkage it'll be. So the longer the braid, the more stretch. The shorter the braid, the less stretch. So as you go up, you want less stretch so that it stacks on top of your hair and just kind of makes some shape. So once I get to the front, I'm going to go in with a smaller perm rod, and then I do not braid on the 2 front portions in the front of my head. I do absolutely no braid, literally just mousse and perm rod. I use the same technique, making sure my ends are tucked and then smooth rolling, and then once I get about halfway up, starting to twist up my head. Make sure that this part is super nice and tight and taut to your roots because you don't have a braid there to help stretch it and secure it. So you need to make sure that it's really tight to your head. Obviously, don't make it so tight that it's like hurting you, that it's like super uncomfortable to sleep. You just want to make sure that you have some resistance. And just also be aware to not put too much mousse like too close to your roots, especially in the front, because you don't have that braiding. You don't want it to be wet or get too curly and revert. So just be mindful of how much mousse you use in the front up near your root. And I just do the same thing all over my head. I think overall I had about 12 perm rods in my head total. I have 4 of the smaller white ones in the front and then 8 of the bigger orange ones in the back. There are 2 going directly down the back in the middle of my head, and then there are 3 in each portion on each side of my head. Once all the rods are in, I like to go in with like a thin bonnet that you can see through. I feel like that lets more air in and it is more likely for it to actually completely dry overnight. But just in case, I still go in with my blow dryer with no attachment and just make sure that everything is completely dry. Just an extra little hit, probably for like 5 minutes, if that. Once the blow dry is over and I feel like everything is dry, I will start the takedown process, and that starts with putting an oil on my hands. This is a different oil every time. At this time I use sweet almond, and I start taking them out by just gently undoing the perm rod and like just gently unraveling it around my hair. Just take your time, there's no need to rush, and make sure that your hands are oiled so that nothing's getting caught and causing any more frizz than necessary. And I try to be strong. Touch your face on this time. Once all the rods are out, you start the separation process. So the first round of separation, you're literally only unbraiding your braid. That's it. So when you're done separating each curl at this first round of separation, you should have 3 parts to each curl because you're unbraiding your braid. After the initial separation round, you want to go in and start separating again. You want to re-oil your hands just to make sure it's still moisturized. Make sure your hair is completely dry, and then go ahead and just start fluffing and separating in the places where you kind of want some more volume, you want some more like fluff, maybe a little bit more frizz, and a little bit more shape if that's what you like. And once you get to the point where you're satisfied with how many curls you separated, you want to go in with a pick or maybe like a wide tooth comb or something to start getting rid of those initial parts. And that way it'll make look a little bit more cohesive, more like an afro, more like a natural curl rather than like a parted hairstyle. After the pick and pluck process and everything's looking good, the Dude Mousse has a really nice strong hold. So I go in with a little bit more oil on my hands and I start to break that cast, that texture foam cast, and this just helps my curls feel really soft and bouncy and doesn't feel like there was a set or a hold on them. It really just feels like my natural hair, and I absolutely love that. So I would never ever skip this process just because it makes it feel so much more natural and look so much more natural and shiny. Just because I let it fly, running all in my motion. I let you ride in this ocean. And I try to be strong. Touch your words on this time. And I'll get it right, 'cause no one's thinking of Okay, y'all, so that wraps up this video. The hair came out so perfect. Oh my god, it's so shiny, it's so healthy, it's so bouncy. Let me know if you guys need anything, if you need any products or anything like that, please leave it in the comments and I'll be sure to get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to actually like this video. Don't thumbs down the video. It gives hater. Don't forget to hit that post notification bell so you get notified every single time I post a video. And if you liked me, you liked my vibe, you like what I had to offer here, then don't forget to go ahead and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.
I get this type of feeling when the